I feel like I'm not living up to the standards that I've set for myself and for the standards that other people have set for me. And I don't like it. I feel like I'm always doing something wrong, I'm always doing something against what other people would want, and it's tiring. So welcome to day 143, I believe, of my 365-day series. I'm Glorporous, and I think out loud we're playing Minecraft. Hopefully this video is gonna be shorter because today we're gonna be doing something a lot more challenging, which is getting villagers to our base. Now, given how much we got in our mining session, I should have probably known that these things don't, redstone and lapis do not smelt. It's fine. Surely it's fine. But other than that, I sort of feel like I'm stuck. I've been repeating myself every single video, saying the same old things every single time, and I'm worried that you guys are tired of that. Every single time I do one of these videos, I'm always scared that someone might click off early because I didn't say the right things. I'm showing that I haven't changed much at all, and to that, I would sort of agree. I feel like I keep regressing, I feel like I keep repeating the same things that I always do, and that's exactly what this is. I'm not living up to the standards I set for myself because the thing is, I have realized a lot of the flaws that I have, internally, but I've never really taken action about these flaws. And eventually it gets to a point where I guess gets to a point. Anyway, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make mine carts. Do we have more iron? Fortunately, we do. So we're gonna make mine carts, and then we make another one. You have more iron per chance. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, why is it just spread in this single? That's so weird. What in the world? Alright, but I might take a while, honestly. I haven't even prepped up all the materials that we're gonna be needing for this expedition. I'm just gonna get rid of all of this junk that I don't even need. I might need this actually. I don't need all of this, I don't need this, I don't need this. I might need some of this, and then... Alright, we have plenty of iron, we're just gonna make another minecart. And then we need some cobblestone, which I believe we have. Fortunately we do. And I'm sort of blanking out right now. And that's also another thing that I want to mention. I have set standards that I need to speak for all of these videos. Like I need to say something important, or else I might miss out on what I really intended to say, because the thing is, a lot of the thoughts that I have in mind, they sound much better in my head, but when I try to voice them out, they might still come through as unclear or odd in some way, and that worries me a lot. During nighttime, I'm recording this extremely early, not early actually, extremely late. Like, I'm recording this at 4 a.m. Because I played with my friends. And that's another thing. I have set standards to the point where I prioritize what my friends want over what I want, and this is something that's been recurring in my life for ages now, and you're gonna keep having to hear about it. It's like a cycle, you know. You keep hearing about the same old things every single day watching these videos. Or honestly, if you watch these videos every single day, your well-being might deteriorate over time, which I really hope it doesn't, and I'm sorry if it does. But point is, I feel like I'm not changing, and the whole reason I made this video is because I had exams today, and I was doing those exams. They actually felt pretty easy, but that's a trick. I these are my final exams, right? So whole bunch of pressure, and it's scary. Um, Also, this is absolutely not enough to get all the villagers here. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna get them all here, but I unfortunately have to. Not a single chicken, but that's nice. Anyway, time for our expedition. I'm not gonna be editing much, so you're gonna have to bear with me and follow me through this journey, which is gonna be really, really boring. And as much as I want to bring my happy cast, unfortunately it is way too slow. Like, I got this guy and then I just never ended up using it, which is so sad, but that's how life is. You're given things and you don't make the best out of them. Alright, so I do not remember where this village was. So let's just take a look, right, to spot one in the distance, and if we do spot one, well, we're gonna go to it, alright. That's Acacia. See how far that is? I'd have to travel all the way over there just to get some Acacia, because unfortunately the wandering traders are very picky with what traits that they provide. So yeah, anyway, that's jungle. Believe I've gone there before. Any village. Bingo. So we're gonna have to head all the way over there. Yeah, so let's just start going. I really wish I had an Elytra, but unfortunately I am really slow at progressing in Minecraft, and I think okay, this is a little bit on topic and also off topic, but I set standards to please other people. I'm a people pleaser, okay? It sounds very attention seeking to just say that, but the thing is, I'm a self-aware guy. But being self-aware doesn't immediately make you intelligent. It doesn't immediately make you show that you have initiative. I should probably go back to my other topic. I had 2 final exams today. They weren't international exams like my IGCSEs, but basically when I was doing those final exams, I thought they were very easy. And up until now, I still feel like they were pretty easy. But the thing is, I was studying very late, like up until maybe 2 a.m. last night. And when I was studying, I opened up one of the learning materials, and I didn't bear, well, not I didn't bear, but I didn't bother to check on the title that it had. I swear I saw something there. But yeah, I did not check the title that it had. So I was skimming through it, and it's like, oh wow, this is really familiar. It sounds like I've learned this already before. And instead of trying to figure out why that might have been the case, I continued studying. And the next day, which was actually yesterday by this recording, Friday, let's call it Friday morning, when I arrived at school and I started having my first exam, I realized that was the midterm learning material, not the final term. So I had essentially learned the wrong material. So when I was going through the exam, I felt that it was very easy because here's the thing, when you don't really understand what you're reading, you will just, you won't really think twice, and you'll end up just saying exactly what's on your mind, and you'll just assume that it's correct, right? Because you're not given an example of what is right. So, thing is, the exam might have felt easy, but in reality, I probably fluked it terribly. I probably got a terrible score. Yeah, the whole 9 yards. So, what point am I trying to make? That thought has been playing in my head for a while now. You know, the final exams, whatever, yada yada. And the reason for that is a lot of people at my school immediately assume that I'm intelligent, that I'm able to handle all of these complex science topics very well. But the thing is, I just study a lot. I've been told to study, and then I just go ahead and do it. Exactly that. But the thing is, I am not really anything. These people, they only look at what you can provide for them. They're selfish, and this can sort of apply to me as well. But I think at times I prefer having someone that understands, not just someone that will, you know, use you and interact with you for the sake of benefiting their own. It's such a disgusting thing, in my opinion, to just do that and take advantage of other people. So yeah. And the thing is, I still keep on tolerating that. I've mentioned in so many previous videos that I really hate it when people do that. And I really wish people didn't do that. And yet it happens. I know what's wrong with me, and I never bother to take action and fix it. And I've been circling this entire thing, this one bottleneck that I've been having for 143 days straight. And I feel like nothing's changed. I feel like I'm just the same. And you wanna know something else? After I had my final exams, I had a 1-hour meeting with the student council, because I'm part of it, right? And they were basically presenting about events that we were going to have and all of that. But there's two things I really want to mention. So let's just talk about the first one that relates most. That being the student council advisor. He was late, but eventually he came to the meeting, right? And he mentioned that he plans to change how they recruit student council members. And as soon as I heard this, I felt my heartbeat go faster a little bit. And I'll explain that in a moment as to like why that's the case. But essentially, he mentions that even though some candidates are very intelligent, there's no solid proof that they can work properly in the field. You know, like in theory, this person might be good, you know, suitable for the organization, but when in practice, this person really doesn't show that, demonstrate that. He said something along those lines, and when I heard that, I wanna say that I assumed, but really I'm pretty sure it's me. I'm pretty sure he's referring to me, and I'm pretty sure he's referring to at least one other student council member, but he is including me in this topic, in this conversation, and I feel really embarrassed. I feel like I'm disappointing people, because the thing is, when I was originally accepted into the student council, I was very diligent in ensuring that I could get into it. When we had a few stages in the recruitment, and the first one I believe was filling out a Google form, you know, and like they give you some scenarios, and then like what would you do about said scenarios. And I feel like I blitzed through it pretty easily, and they let me in through that first stage. I don't know where my base is. I'm gonna tower up and stack, but yeah. And the second stage was, I believe, basically is the same thing, but we were doing it on paper. So like you're being monitored, and if you cheat, they'll know. Oh, that's where my base is. Alright, that's not bad. Oh, okay, nice. And I also got through that. I mentioned that I once held a sort of event with my friend group, and I made sure that it was very engaging and people were very, like enjoying the experience, and I demonstrated a whole bunch of things I could do. And the last stage, the third stage, was an interview that we had to do. Get in the boat, villager. Yep, alright, nice. So, you're gonna be heading all the way over there. How do you feel about that, villager? How do you feel about that? Don't, no, look at me. Okay, anyway, we're gonna have to have a lot of rails just, going through here. And this is gonna take ages. I don't know how long, but I really need villagers at my base, because once I have villagers, we can really start progressing. And I recall getting a mending villager in one of our previous videos, but unfortunately that village is like really far, and I could not bother going there for the life of me, so I'm not going to. Alright, I think this whole expedition, I know I really wanna finish all of this transporting villagers by today, but unfortunately I think it's gonna take too long. So I'm gonna set up this minecart here, I'm gonna set up this furnace here. Well, I mean, you could just go down, right? Well, actually, maybe not. Yup, and you just... Yup, alright. Minecart, and then the boat. If I can just... Yeah. The boat goes here, and the minecart goes here. Alright, brilliant. So I think that's how this is gonna work, and I think this is gonna work out pretty well. Oh. What? Really? Like, I didn't even push him that far away. Or at least I didn't mean to. That's not good. Anyway, going back to what I was talking about. This third stage, this interview, where I had to demonstrate genuine, like, good eye contact with the interviewer and making sure that I was prepared for all the scenarios, because they pretty much kept giving scenarios, but like, that's only fair, right? And I ended up passing. Because the thing is, I think one of the key factors that led me to passing this was the fact that they had a range of days where you could do the interview, and I did it on the earliest occasion possible. No job for you. Oh yeah, you need a boat. Hold on a second. Alright, let me just make you a boat, or I need a crafting table, so we're gonna need to make one of those. Crafting table. A boat. I really want to speak about, like, what I'm talking about right now, but this villager is a really difficult one. I'm not trying to do something to the villager. Okay, I'm just trying to push it forward. I'm not trying to do anything else. No weird connotations behind that, so excuse me. So when I was accepted, it was like a really hip hip hooray moment, like, oh, I managed to pass this. But when I entered the organization, when I saw all of the other brilliant, more social, more intelligent, more capable, and just generally more positive people in the organization, I feel like I broke. Right then and there, I became less confident. I didn't really have much initiative because I believe that most of these other people had already socialized, established themselves, and probably would have done significantly better than I would have. Dude, I didn't even push it that far. How can you possibly go that far? Is it because of the boat? Oh, it might be because of the boat. That's a good thing, honestly. Alright. The reason I wanna get villagers is because, oh well, that's not, I did not consider that. Where's the other one? Oh, okay. I think I know what happened. Well, you know, this is taking so long to set up and this is taking so much of your time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave you here, or maybe I might put you in this boat. Yep, alright, so we have you over here, and I don't know where the other guy is, but we're gonna leave him for the time being, so yeah. I'm not living up to words I mentioned in previous videos, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow, and I promise I will be continuing this expedition of transporting villagers all the way over to my base, which I can't see. Where is it? It's over this mansion, I promise. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow, and bye bye.